Hey guys, we're back. Here is the date, time, and I hooked up my other one here. So there's Fahrenheit, there's the date and the time in Celsius. So we got double whammy. My radio keeps giving out, so I gotta leave it on just charge with it being off. That sucks. Mounted my dad's TV that he donated to me. Just use some wire straps so it doesn't come off the table. Remote's there. I checked the batteries in both, tested them, everything's good. The cable is there for now, but I'll rig up something so I can hook that up and actually use it. Got a bunch of garbage bags in the corner. Got to clean that up still. What a mess in here. I just topped up the stove a little bit with just a little bit of stuff. Fan is still running, and it's probably going to run all day. Speaking of noisy sucker, this guy's going to have to run for the rest of the day to hopefully dry out that hole. What I actually did was I had a Lysol wipe that was a day old, so it was dry, and I took a screwdriver and shoved it down in between the gap there where the water was being held. So hopefully it still has some of that bleach solution in there, even though I could just add some bleach. I got some here, but it's mostly to wick up any water that was in there. That's why I jammed it in there with the screwdriver. It'll absorb into the paper towel, because Lysol wipes are basically like a paper towel, and wick up any moisture out of there, speed things up. Mounted the plumbing there, as you can see, and with that longer piece of PEX there on the end, I can now hook up my Panda off-grid washing machine and spin dryer hose right up over top of that, and then it normally holds its own, and then I'm all good. So I put my insulation that I cut out of the walls over there for now, just so I have some place to put it. And place is warming up in here. Look, it's cooking the paint off my frickin' stove a bit. This thing I saved from my other YouTube channel. I got it up for sale, no real bites yet. It's got lots of heavy gauge wire, but I have so much already. I was like, why did I save that thing? God. So hopefully I can sell that and make some money. May have to drop the price just for whatever. So anyways, for plumbing, plumbing's on standby. Got the silicone, the ABS glue, and the part. And I need to take a piece of that plumbing. I gotta grab it. I put it in the shower to hide a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna take a chunk off of this stuff and see how much I need to stick out the wall a little bit. So I'll bring him back over this way. Whoa. If I can do it without killing everything. There we go. So I'll just put him kind of like half-ass on here for now. Balanced on there. So let's see. What else? Updates. I still got all this mess to clean and figure out where it's going. I got too much shit is what it's coming down to. I need to go use more vertical space basically. So I'm thinking, I may turn this wall here into some kind of, put some shelving up there and maybe put some plants up there like my, you guys remember my spider plants? May hang that here because it's going to get light from this window and this window, decent amount, and just use that. But like I said, look at this. This whole trailer needs a new paint job, guys, and there's no way I'm gonna be spending that money on paint at this point in time unless I get some Mega Moolah coming in. So yeah. That's not happening, and I'm not gonna paint until the windows are trimmed out either, so the paint's on hold. That'll be the final for the trailer. What else is going on? I think that's about it. So later today, like later tonight actually, I'm gonna come back, finish off the plumbing here, seal it up, and it's good to go. Oh yeah, forgot to tell you guys. So you guys know how my rain catchment, which is right here, off-grid rain catchment, you can see the level there of the water that I have in there. Now it doesn't look like 3 inches, but it is. I found out what was going on. So I took the ladder, set it up, went over on the roof right up here on this side. It didn't go on the roof, but just about. And I'm gonna put the camera down so I can not give everybody a heart attack here. Went up there, looked over the situation. Gutters are very clean, no blockages. Found one little stone up there. I don't know how it got up there, but it did. And one of my sections, so here's the trailer wall. One of the sections of gutter went like this. Okay? So it was dumping a lot of water out the side, not good. So how do I fix that? All I had to do was adjust it to pull it back up level. And so what I did, it was actually easier than I thought it was going to be. I took some galvanized strapping, and it is a 3-inch ABS pipe that's cut in half basically, so it's a U shape. On this end, I put a 1-inch screw in with the strapping, and then I adjusted it, made sure it was nice, had nice tension on it, screwed 2 1-inch screws into the underneath the gutter into the side of the trailer, and put another 1-inch screw into the gutter at the top, and it's holding it normal, so it's level. So I think next rainfall and the next couple days coming up, if the weather guy is correct, he was actually correct today, which I'm shocked about, because he's normally wrong 100% of the time. It's pretty bad, guys. It's 2020 and we can't tell weather yet. Yeah, wonderful. But yet there's global warming, right? Even though it snowed last week a couple times. Yeah, sure. So anyways, next rainfall, we'll know in a couple days by the amount of water we're collecting. Because I must have been losing quite a bit. Not a good thing. Also, still need the tape for up there, because here's the trailer wall. The edge, the drip edge, kind of goes out over top of the gutter system, which is good. But I still want to tape on the roof, over the drip edge, and tape right into, with 3-inch wide stuff, so it has the reaching power, right inside the gutter tubing, the ABS tubing. So it's basically the U shape, and I want to do tape from top right inside, so it's one continuous flow into the gutter system, and that will make a world of difference on top. Passively will automatically, the water will want to go right into the gutter, being directed via the tape, and it's got to be good stuff. I used aluminum tape all the way along. It lasted a year because all the vibrations, the wind, etc., etc. And that's shocking for aluminum tape, but the shit gets beat up there. So oh, the other thing, by putting that strap in to straighten things up, when the next windy day, I'll be able to hear if it's shaking and rattling up there as it was without it. So I'll be able to check that as well. And then, what else? Rattling off in my brain. So yeah, taping that curved edge into the gutter system all the way down the length will make a huge difference. Though it's probably going to cost me $150 worth of tape to do it. It's the Gorilla 3-inch wide and super adhesive tape that's temperature resistant, UV protected, etc., etc. It's like RV patch tape. It's expensive stuff, but it works good. That's the stuff I need on my wish list, guys. So if you guys are feeling generous, hit the Patreon in the description below. You can do a one-time donation or become a Patreon member and do $1 a month minimum. Helps me out. And if I had a quarter of my subscribers on YouTube, that would apply to be Patreon members at $1 a month, I'd be set. That would super help me out because YouTube's just murdering me online for money. I'm tracking. I'm on track to basically, let's see, I make just under the rent for this place every month now, which is horrible. So YouTube's really tightening shit up. And then yet there's all these people who are making millions of dollars online on YouTube. And really, I don't know how they do it because, you know, my content may not be the best in the world, but at least I'm actually doing something important. Showing you how to get off the grid on a budget, where you're almost self-sufficient, right? Free power, free water, free sewage water treatment. You know, it's kind of nice, guys, where you can live super cheaply without working your butt off all day and giving, you know, 70% of your money to other people for what? Right? So that's what the tiny house is all about, showing you how to do it on a budget. And I'm learning as I go. Like I didn't go to school for any of this, obviously, right? But I've done it on the very cheap, and so far so good. Now you guys may not like the layout and everything like that, but that's up to you to spend your money on. If you want to spend $100,000 on a tiny house, you go right ahead, folks. I'm not a retard. Right? So there you go. That's it for now. Alrighty guys, so it looks like it's gonna start raining. The rain's moving in, so I let the fan dry it for a few hours, but still probably isn't enough. So I think I got the majority out of there, so I'm just gonna have to deal with it for now. I'm gonna have to vacuum later, not a big deal, but time to get this thing hooked up and ready to rip. I already glued the fitting here, and I got it so there's like an edge, as you can see there. And I'm gonna leave this, see how it's, I gotta keep that tight like that, but I can go like this, and that way there's air around the pipe here, guys, all the way around. And I'm not gonna change that. That's just the way it is. To let it dry out internally with the air inside the tiny house, which will work, I'm sure. So that is on there pretty damn tight. Now all I got to do outside is silicone the shit out of it, but I'm leaving this air gap in here, so obviously it'll dry the rest of the time. I'll put the fan back in place here and deal with that later, but that is that.